You are now listening to KMRO FM, Kamarocho Radio. I am your host, Argyle, and with me as always is Jordan.
What's up, everybody?
We're broadcasting live from Sotenbori. We've got hot actions, hotter dilfs, and more Yakuza than you could swing a bicycle at.
We've got Obitarians. We've got fucking cabaret clubs, dudes in purple suits. We got everything you could ever need.
Butt beads, we know what you want, and we're here to give it to you. It's Chapter 2 of Yakuza 2.
We got hot claw on stuffed toy action. We've got hot.
Oh, I see you also did the UFO catcher this week.
I thought about it.
Oh, I did do it. I got 3 robo managers with one in one go, baby.
We've got diners. We've got dashers. We've got everything you need.
Hell yeah. How you doing this week, Jordan?
I'm doing good. I am caffeinated. Well, let me correct that statement. I was caffeinated. Those are two very different things.
You drank your big boy thermos of coffee?
Oh my god. Listen, to anyone who hasn't followed the ongoing story of Stanley Gate, I found on sale a nice looking thermos, and I heard it was a good brand, and I said I can't beat this price, so I ordered it, and then it got there, and it's about the size of like a truck, like a tank of oxygen. But
how many ounces can you fit in that bad boy?
Well, I filled it up with listen, Argyle. Here's the thing: is when you're talking about that sweet Java liquid that we all crave, that bean liquid that we crave, you don't talk about ounces. You talk about milliliters, because it's. But no, I put about like 3/4 of a liter of coffee in there this morning.
Oh baby!
I can't imagine. I think it probably it feels like It's like a 1 liter. It's a vacuum thermos, so it's bigger than it's smaller than it looks.
There's a lot of air. Yeah,
mm-hmm. A lot of it's air, but it is really big and very heavy, and I really like it. So I'm thinking about all the heat actions I could do with that thing. And
you could really club someone over the head with it.
I was gonna say, hey,
and just pour the piping hot coffee on them.
Was it Sue who asked Essence what was our heat action?
Yeah, it was Sue.
Essence of big thermos now. That's my signature now. Is that listen.
Essence of hot coffee.
Yeah, you first give them a whack with the thermos, then you open it up and pour that hot coffee once they're on the ground. That's like a real Yakuza heat action right there.
Yeah, I mean there was one in Kiwami that you could do. There was a little tea kettle you could whack them with and then pour the boiling water on them.
That's it. It's just that with my big thermos, so it does more damage.
Oh yeah.
What about you? How have you been?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just still working. The house is they're working on it. They're tearing down the walls and shit at the moment. So
they're building you a personalized gamer cave.
Oh, I can't wait for my gamer cave to be done.
What exciting drink receptacles have you bought in the last week since we last spoke?
A case of bottled water.
Now that's what I'm talking about. You got is Louisiana tap water not great on the face, or do you just not have a tap?
I live in a camper right now.
Yeah. Well, how is Louisiana tap water though?
It's fine. I usually, like, if I was not living in the camper, I would be drinking it, but it's just a matter of convenience.
I live in rancid tap territory, so unfortunately, I just fill up my big jugs at the 7-Eleven. Hey Argyle, this chapter fucking rules.
It's pretty good.
I've been
good. So excited for this.
It's pretty short, but it's also what it makes.
Yeah,
what it lacks
it's
in length.
Another short one, but it's another like introductory chapter.
What it lacks in length, it makes up for in dragons on screen per second. So
yeah, we've got double the amount of dragon that we usually have in any given chapter.
A 100% increase in the amount of dragons on screen at any given time.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know, it's a great value. This is chapter 2 of Yakuza 2. Yakuza 2, chapter 2. And it's called The Dragon of Kansai. We've been waiting for this moment for many episodes, I think.
Oh, yeah.
let's meet the best villain in the series, shall we?
Please. Do you want to kick it off?
Well, before we start talking about this chapter, I did want to just let you know that I have actually, this is our first sponsored episode. Can you believe it?
Oh yeah, who are we sponsored by?
Well, we've been sponsored by the smooth and refreshing taste of Foss coffee. The
Foss?
wonderful Foss coffee. It's a real coffee brand, and I will not say. Well, I'm sure that all of our listeners have access to the real brand that I'm talking about, which is available for purchase in the United States. But just in case, it's the Foss Coffee Rainbow Mountain Blend, a brand new product with a smooth taste and a great taste sensation that'll keep you going all day long. Available at the nearest vending machine near you. I'll just put it right down here for you to look at. What do you think?
Yeah. Foss Coffee, part of the larger...
The Sumotori brand.
Yeah, the Sumotori family of products. There will be more Sumotori products later in this chapter, actually. They have a nice, smooth brandy you can get that we're going to get a cool zoom in on. So don't you worry.
Did you also go to Shop Bar Stiegel?
No, like literally in one of the cutscenes, they zoom in on a brandy bottle, and it is also Sumotori.
The finest, smoothest, luxurious brandy that money can buy, the best drink in the house. I drink it every day, and you should too. Thank you very much, Sumotori, for this wonderful sponsorship. And please, everybody, please drink a nice, refreshing can of Foss coffee. So, Daigo and Kiryu are on a train to Kansai, to Osaka. Kiryu brings Daigo his delicious and refreshing can of Foss coffee. And says, and then the camera really pans in up close, and you can really see the label. And this does happen in the PS2 game as well. You can make out the pores on
Ernest Hemingway's face. Oh, I'm glad it is also in the PS2 game.
Oh yeah, this is not a.
I guess that makes sense because
edition.
they really zoom in on it. I don't see why they would do that unless it was an actual product from Sumotori, the famous brand of.
Delicious. The delicious can.
You can buy them in America too, folks. Don't worry.
My favorite thing is that they don't even take time out of the scene to like do a commercial for Foss Coffee. It's just like Kiryu. He doesn't even really mention it. It's more like Kiryu is. You know when Kiryu did that film set in Yakuza 0, and they're like, bring the picture of the food for the shot. It's like Kiryu was just doing his job to put the Foss coffee in front of the camera for the shot of it.
And he doesn't he faces it towards the camera. You know, it's like when Adam Sandler and his family, they're at the movie theater, they've all got popcorn and Coca-Colas, and you can see that it's Coca-Cola because they're in the cup holders and they're facing the camera.
Like, Kiryu's a fucking professional advertiser. He knows what he has the experience from the 80s. Like, he is a television executive.
Oh yeah, he knows how to grocer that Foss coffee.
Yeah, I'm so glad you remember the word, because I couldn't. And then Kiryu asks Daigo basically what happened in the last time he went to Kansai. Did you notice that Daigo was smoking a cigarette on the train like a piece of shit?
Yeah, I definitely did. Just rancid behavior. Were they allowed? Can you do that in Japan? Or could you?
I don't know if you can, but the vibes are terrible, and it's not like this is like 1980s.
Like that's something you see like in the 60s or something. You know, like everybody's smoking everywhere in the office, on the train, in an airplane. But
Japan just recently prohibited public tobacco use on the streets in preparation for the Olympics. But I just feel like smoking on a train in 2006, like surely not. I don't know. Even if it is illegal, Daigo is rancid for it.
Yeah, just come on. There are other people in there, you know, even aside from like it's just rude, it smells bad and everything. That like they might have health problems. Like, come on, dude.
Come on, Daigo.
It does seem to be a mostly empty train though, in all fairness, but still.
Well, they had to clear out the passenger for the commercial that they're filming there.
Oh yeah, it's empty also because he's smoking. They all just got out.
They all left.
They all jumped off the train.
Kiryu asks Daigo basically what happened in Kansai and why he went to jail.
It's like how nobody goes to Sereno because Kiryu and Nishiki just stink up the place. Like
that's probably
nobody wants to be in the same train car as Daigo and Kiryu.
Well, smoking in bars is very common there, from what I understand. So maybe not.
Yeah, it's not about smoking in the bar.
It's just that Kiryu and Nishiki kind of take up the only two seats and bother everyone, and also they're Yakuza.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, the Omi family Go Ryu that's the name of
Yes.
the family, the Goryu family, was making moves on Kamurocho, and they were basically just having a big dick measuring contest with the Tojo clan and trying to see who would provoke them first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they were doing the I'm not touching you thing, like just holding their fingers a few feet in front of the Tojo clan's face, like come on.
The
what are you gonna do?
The Goryu clan just starts swinging their arms and kicking, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna walk towards you, and if you run into me, it's your fault that you got hit. So
Yeah.
Daigo hated that, and he went to Kansai to basically challenge the big man himself in charge of the Goryu family.
Yeah, the second patriarch of the Goryo family, Ryuji Goda, the son of the man himself, the chairman of the Omi Alliance.
Yeah, this is the point. By the way, when Daigo says like, "I went by myself," I started smashing ketchup packets on the floor in front of the.
Yeah.
And then the police were already there waiting for me.
Yeah,
so.
Before as soon as I busted the first ketchup packet, I was moving on to the mustard. The cops popped out and they pinched me. So
it is apparent he didn't know there was a law in Osaka that you can't do that.
I had to go to jail for 5 years, and I didn't have nearly enough ketchup for that.
That is a serious sentence for ketchup smashing.
Yeah, they take vandalism pretty seriously in Japan.
Mm-hmm. That does count as vandalism. Daigo tells Kiryu that if he wants to take over the Tojo clan, he's gonna have to settle things with Ryuji Goto. And he says, by the way, Kiryu, the Omi don't fuck around, so watch out.
Yeah, we're deep in enemy territory now. Like, just watch your back, because they're not just. It's not the circus like the Tojo clan is, you know.
These guys are serious.
Well, we will find out that it is kind of a circus in a few episodes, but or I think next week. So
it's a circus with a lot of people and a lot of cars and guns.
Yeah. To be fair, those clowns come out and they're shooting.
Mm-hmm. So guess where we are? We're in Sotenbori again.
Yeah, baby. We got the bright lights. We got the big crab, the puffer fish. We got it all. Sotenbori looks quite a bit different from 20 years ago. It's like Kamurocho. It's a lot cleaner than it was. It's got actual like paved footpaths next to the river, with benches and stuff instead of like they're basically just back alleys in Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It looks nice. I for this chapter, I don't know about you, but you cannot leave basically the big food district on the street.
It's probably the same in Kiwami too, but I didn't try. So.
So yeah, it's cool to check this out on PS2. I don't think I said it. This game is just like Yakuza 1 where it's got load zones, but they're a lot less. They take a lot less time, I feel like, and the camera cuts aren't as dramatic, so it is a lot easier to navigate the city. It doesn't like swap directions as you walk around, which is pretty good. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that the Cabaret Grand looks different. It's still there, which is good. Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah.
I was wondering if the Cabaret Grand was a Yakuza 0 thing, and then they sort of retrofitted it into Kiwami 2.
Nah.
But no, the Cabaret Grand has always been here. And it's the design of the original Cabaret Grand is a lot more like strip clubby than it is in Kiwami 2.
Oh, really?
It's got like in Yakuza 2, the sign has like silhouetted ladies on it. It's not like as sort of as like extravagant and elegant as it is in the inside is pretty much the same, but yeah, the outside is it's a little saucier.
Okay, I gotcha.
Daigo hates being here.
Yeah, he's also very sleepy from long train ride.
He's very sleepy because he's coming down off his the caffeine rush of his delicious Foss coffee.
Mm-hmm. Not enough caffeine to get you through the day, but not too much that you'll be hyped up. Foss coffee, drink it.
You're not going to get the jitters from this delicious can of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Goes down smooth.
Daigo tells Kiryu that he's going to go to bed times, and that if Kiryu wants to explore one street of Sotenbori, he can.
Yeah. It's the restaurant district, so there's lots to eat. I want to talk about some more developments in the Dragon Engine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have, of course, started a new game. Like I said I was going to do last week, I'm no longer on New Game Plus. I'm having a funner time, actually.
Yeah.
Some things we didn't mention about the combat. Kiwami 2 has charge attacks. They're very nice. Yeah, they're actually like really good in Kiwami 2. Like the charged light attack in particular is very good for like bosses and enemies that block a lot because it'll almost always break their block, and you can usually get like a full combo out after that. It's pretty good. The charged strong attack is also really good. He just does like a big drop kick. Or if you're running, he does like this ridiculous series of kicks followed by an axe kick.
Oh my
Like
god.
in the air. Yeah.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah,
it?
where he like combos you into the air and then axe kicks you down, right?
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yes.
No,
Oh
like
my God,
he like kicks off of your chest and then axe kicks you in the head.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's great. Like we mentioned, when you're walking around, there's not really any invisible walls, so you can just walk through. Like, so previously, if they're just like all the stuff that's on the street that you can usually pick up during a fight, it's just like you can't pass through it, you can't walk through it or anything. Now, like all those bicycles that are in the middle of Sotenbori Street,
right,
you can just walk straight through them.
smash them.
Yeah. Which, the way Kiryu interacts with these things is great, because if you just run into a thing enough, it'll just explode.
It's
So
really funny.
you'll be breaking bicycles, the tables and chairs inside a Smile Burger, whatever you want to do. You just plow straight through it.
I'll add two things that are fun about this game. One, thank God they fixed this. When you level up and you upgrade, it tells you what you're gonna unlock, as opposed to just being like Dragon Spirit 3, and then it says unlock. It's like, oh, Dragon Spirit 3 increases your heat when your health is low, or something like that. The other thing is the addition. I don't think this is in Yakuza 1, but it is. If it is, we forgot to talk about it. Of a wonderful and hilarious tradition in the games, which is if you go to a bar, so on Sotenbori Avenue, the bar's Shot Bar Stigil.
Yep.
It's also where you can play darts in Kiwami 2. It's not in the original.
Yes.
But whenever you order a drink, and I've always thought this is so fucking funny, but also it is just more product placement, because all the
Yes.
drinks are real,
Yeah, they're real
like
drinks.
alcohol. But when you buy it, the bartender,
almost all of them owned by the Sumotori brand.
when you buy them, you get this like glamour shot of it in the glass looking all pretty, and then the bartender will hype it up for you and explain how delicious it is. And there's all manner of drinks from a wide variety of price ranges, ranging to like 2,500 yen a glass versus like 500 yen for a beer. It's product placement, but I always kind of like it, because once again, they're products I cannot purchase because I don't live in Japan. And I like the sort of atmosphere of like you go to the bar and the guy kind of like the bartender like serves you this drink and he's like, this is a award-winning beer with a fruity taste from the sherrywood casks that are it's nice. I like it.
It is nice, yeah, and this is something that's I don't remember if it's in Kiwami 2. I think it is. But it is in like 3 and 4, and I think
it's on.
5
It's
as
in
well.
every
Like
game 3, 4, and 5.
It's in a lot of the games, yeah.
I always thought it was cute. I like it. Even if they're just trying to sell me the finest brandy that money cannot buy, because it's like a priceless 30-year bottle that is going to cost you all of your money.
Yeah, that reminds me, I also wanted to talk about the upgrade system in Kiwami 2, because it's a pretty radical departure from pretty much every other game, aside from 6, which is a carryover from.
They dropped this one like a sack of bricks after Kiwami 2.
Which, I kind of like it, though. Like, I think it's fun.
It's something. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, the way it works, I'm the Kiwami boy. I get to talk about the Kiwami changes. You have 5 different kinds of experience, right? So you have like blue, red, green, yellow, and purple experience. And you get these just by doing pretty much anything. Certain things will boost certain types of experience more than others. Like, doing like street fights, you'll generally only get like red and blue, because those are like attack and speed or whatever. And you use these different experiences in different combinations to buy your upgrades. And you just get a big ass list of upgrades. In Kiwami 2, you have the choice of upgrading your stats. Those are attack, health, defense, and heat. So pretty self-explanatory. You have battle skills, which is just that gives you new abilities or upgrades in battle, not related to like heat usually. heat actions, which are, those are your heat actions. You know what they do. And life skills, which are just like, those are like free roam stuff. That's like EXP boosters, that'll boost your hunger gauge, which there's a hunger gauge in this game. We'll get to that. Like, for the side content, it will boost certain aspects of those. Just a ton of things. And, like, yeah, certain ones have prerequisites tied to other skills and such. Yeah, so it's way different from other games. And I like it.
I think I like it, but I think that it has so what I like about it is that, the Yakuza series is very much a game about sort of experiencing the city in which it takes place, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're doing the side content, you're doing the activities, you're eating at restaurants, and what I like is that on paper, that is
it gives
what
you
the
experience
system,
for doing everything, right?
Yes, it wants you to do all of the side content and engage with it, and also with parts of the game that you're not really going to see. Like you can spend a lot of time playing Yakuza and never really go to the restaurants because you can carry all the healing items you need.
And restaurants, as opposed to previous games, are actually a pretty good source of experience in Kiwami 2 and 6.
And that's what I was about to get to, is that the problem with this system is how easy it is to break. Because all you need to do, because like you said, the game has a hunger system in that it's not like Pathologic, where as Kiryu walks around Kamurocho, he's starving to death.
Yeah,
it
doesn't matter. Being at 0 doesn't affect you.
No, it's to keep you from using food too much, because food is, as you said, one of the best ways to get experience. And you know how we talked about how easy it is to break this game? The way you break the game is by buying a lot of. Yes, buying app stims and then eating at Kanrai, the steakhouse.
Yeah.
And then you do that over and over again, and then you max out all your stats, and it doesn't even cost that much money. So,
yeah.
I think...
Yeah, Kanrai steaks, cheap and good for the whole family.
Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the problem with... I like the idea of the system, but the execution meant that it was exceptionally easy to break the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I try not to do that. I usually only go there. I don't use app stims. I'll just go there when I'm hungry, which your hunger will go down over time, and also I think it depletes faster when you get in fights. Eating does, of course, restore your health, like always, and even if you're at full hunger meter, it'll still restore your health. You just won't get the experience. There are special combinations of foods you can get that will give you bonus experience, which I always just look those up because I don't feel like doing trial and error to get them.
This is the thing about Kiwami 2 is that if you restrain yourself, you will have lots more fun.
Yeah.
The problem comes when you see the shortcuts and then you take them. So if you don't use the app stims, you'll have a lot more time or a lot more fun and engaging
and not even
with the
use
game.
the shortcuts. You just complete, like, you use the resources given to you. And just kind of use it to too
break the
early
game.
to imbalance the game and make it
so.
But like even when you are at max power, like I feel like that's still like way too powerful even for like end game content. Which except for maybe like some of the bonus stuff, which is like
maybe like the Joemon fights. But like the final boss of this game can be trivialized because of the app stims and stuff. So if you ever play Kiwami 2, which I do recommend, just show some restraint. You'll know if you're breaking the game. It is the game's fault for allowing you to do this, but be responsible and don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like it should probably lock more upgrades behind like story progress, but that always feels bad in my opinion. So I don't know.
But I do like this system. I like that it encourages you to do everything, and that's fun.
Yeah.
And I like that the sort of upgrades match what you're doing. So the fights, you get fighting upgrades from fighting, but then
eating usually gives you more of like green, which is like heart, or like yellow experience. And I think like doing mini games, that's the purple. That's usually your best way to get purple. Yeah.
So I think it's a clever system. It just has that one flaw. This is also what they do in 6, but they didn't. They
I think it wasn't quite as good in 6. They tightened it up a bit in 2.
Yeah. And then they modified it. I think that my guess is that they kind of dropped it and replaced it with the social stats system, which kind of works in a similar way in 7, but is a whole different thing and does a whole different thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was a good idea. I think they just needed a little work on it.
Yeah. Maybe just get rid of app stems. I don't know.
Yeah, that honestly, that one change would have made
You'll
it
also
better.
get a good chunk of experience by just doing the story, because like doing story objectives, fighting bosses and stuff, those will usually just give you a huge chunk of each experience.
Yeah. So Kiryu meets a guy named Kurokawa on the street, and he's just you fight a dude first.
Yeah, you fight a dude. The dude's like, "Hey, what are you doing here in Sotenbori? You pricks from Tokyo coming up here peacocking around." Walking around like a peacock, and you can either say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or you can be like, "I peacocked your mom."
I can't believe that's in your game too. Like,
yeah,
I know
they
we're
probably
with
kept it in intentionally to throw back to the original translation.
Maybe, I don't know. Like the fact that the game isn't dubbed anymore. It feels like we might just see a lot less silliness with the translation. In fact, I would not be surprised if the games use the exact same translation, because it seems like a perfectly good translation of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, you fight this guy. He's actually like, he's not like easy as dirt, but he's got like a couple health bars.
Yeah.
So he isn't like a baby pushover. But after you beat him up, this dude in a purple suit is like, "Hey, you beat that guy up. Good job. I'm your best friend
that dude
Kurokawa."
was bothering me. I'm
This dude is-
Kurokawa. Don't run away, buddy.
This guy is such a sleazebag. I love
You
him.
know, I know I've got an ugly mug, but I'm not a Yakuza. I swear, I got a heart of gold. You know, everybody always runs away from me, screaming and crying because I look scary. But don't you worry. And he just talks your ear off about how much people hate him, about how he loves to be friends with people in town. He knows everything and everyone. And Kiryu says one line the whole time. He's just like, "Yeah, dude. My name's Kiryu. What's up?"
He tells Kiryu that he owes him one, and he'll pay him with some info, or a favor later down the road.
Anytime.
I don't think that the game directs you towards it, but I think that just because you have access to one street, and there's one giant building at the end of that street, the way you progress is you have to go to the Grand. But
before we talk about that, can we just talk about some side content that's available here?
Yeah, of course.
In Kiwami 2, there's the only sub-stories are available are these little ones where you just you do one little task and you unlock an ally, which this is a fun little addition, which I think is also in the original game. Mm-hmm. I think this is also in just original 2 as well. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't think I saw any allies, but I'll keep you posted.
I'm not sure.
This was new for Kiwami 2.
It might be. I don't know. So yeah, you become allies with these people, and if you're in a heat action next to where they are in the city, they can you can get a heat action from them. And some of these are just they toss you, a street busker will toss you as a guitar, and you use it to do
It usually is they'll toss you their item, right?
Yeah,
I don't think always, but
most of them are not unique animations. Like the one with the guitar that I mentioned is just it's the same one you use for the baseball bat or whatever.
Yeah, but it is fun.
Yeah, but it is fun. Some of them are actually unique. Like there is a dominatrix in,
of course,
the south part of the city in Shofukucho, where she'll toss Kiryu a little whip or a riding crop.
It's like a riding crop, yeah.
Yeah, and he'll spank the dude on the ass, and then he'll fall over on the ground, and the lady will stomp on his nuts. It's very funny. Just fun addition. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's good. My biggest complaint about this system is that you do have to unlock the heat moves. You have to level.
Yeah,
you have to unlock them with
that
experience.
feels kind of bad that you have to.
I think the game should have just given it, because they're only location sensitive. So I don't know. I think they could have given it to you as a freebie. They're not expensive, and they're fun to unlock, and they're good to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was weird that they make you buy them.
Yeah, and the other piece of side content that I want to talk about is toilets.
Oh, I forgot about this in this game.
Jordan, do you like to piss?
I love to piss every day. I usually do it at least a few times a day, but I always get so bored while I'm doing it.
Yeah, you've been drinking so much coffee lately, you're probably pissing a lot.
But I'm so bored. If only there was a better
So
way.
bored. Yeah, so you're walking by Club Sega and you talk to this guy, and he's like, "Hey, Kiryu." Well, I don't know your name, but hey, random guy, do you want to test out this new product that I'm working on? It's called toilets. I'll give you a free trial. Just come in here in a Club Sega, go in the bathroom, and try it out. And you go in there, you get a little cutscene of Kiryu unzipping his pants and focusing, readying himself to piss. It's very good. I would recommend you see it. And you can play 2 mini games. One of them is Milky Nose, where you have to match the gauge on your opponent to build up a blast meter, and once you build that up, you basically win. Or I forget the name of the other one, but you just hold the trigger the whole time to you don't need to adjust your piss at all. You just hold the button all the way down, and that's it. And basically,
there's something really uncomfortable about the mechanic of a game being that you're controlling the force of Kiryu's piss and exert it, you're pressing the trigger to exert muscles in his sphincters and bladder. It's there's something really just deeply and profoundly upsetting about it to me.
With the R2 and L2 buttons, you can choose the way that Kiryu flexes his prostate, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's something just I did it once and I was like, it's very funny, but also there's just something about the mechanics of it that just
yeah, I
deeply
usually
upset
just
me.
do it when I'm in Club Sega because I don't go there that often, so it's usually about time to piss by when I go there.
It'd be really funny if Death Stranding style Kiryu has a hunger meter and he's got a piss meter, and there's only one toilet he can use in the entire game. So you have to run him over to Club Sega to empty his bladder.
He does
and then
have
take
a piss
him.
meter.
Only in the
It's
minigame, though.
Yeah, he has a piss meter, and it does build up over time. But anyways, if you win at the minigame, you get a little prize. You'll get a healing item. It's great. You get an energy drink out of it.
I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, Kiryu drinks a lot of energy drinks, so that's probably where it's all coming from, right?
Yeah. And you get out and you're like, hey, that was a lot of fun. I never thought about having fun while I pissed before.
Fun while I piss. A lot of people are talking about this lately.
I'm starting to see the appeal.
I'm starting to see the appeal of these toilet games.
Yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, hell yeah, dude. If you ever want to play toilets again, here's a little toilet sensor. It's a little wristband. It'll tell you when you need to piss. And once it gets to 3,000, that means you need to come to Club Sega and piss.
Right. There is a meter. Also, I like to imagine Kiryu wearing his piss bracelet for the rest of the game.
Yes, absolutely.
He goes to Cabaret Grand and the Yakuza, he's meeting with these Yakuza and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Are you wearing one of those Sega piss bracelets? And then the Yakuza holds up his wrist and he's wearing a Sega piss bracelet and he's like, me too!
Yeah, so you get the piss bracelet, and once it gets to 3,000 points, for some reason, I don't know why that's the value they chose, you have to piss. And the way this builds up, I think it's just over time, but also as you drink energy drinks and such, it will build up faster. So if you're drinking a lot of Tauriners, a lot of toughnesses, you're going to the restaurants and drinking beers and orange juice or whatever, you're gonna have to piss faster, so you can go piss more and get more energy drinks.
That Kiryu has drank water once in his entire life. Once. Mm-hmm. When he drank the AHA water. That's the only time he's ever had it. He only drinks energy drinks and soda and beer and whiskey. I feel for him. I really wish he would treat his body better. We talked about this in Yakuza 0. He needs to. He has a problem and he needs to fix it. He needs to drink some water.
I was complaining yesterday about how Kiryu can't sprint forever in Kiwami 2, but I think it makes sense given the types of things he drinks. He has ruined his body with these awful things.
His liver and his kidneys are just blighted hellscapes. It's honestly amazing that he can even fight people. So All roads lead to the Cabaret Grand.
Yeah, once you're done pissing.
I like the way that honestly, it's nice that the game kind of lets you off the leash in this little area, so you can walk around and talk to people, and they'll kind of guide you toward the Grand. And you get there, and there's like some ladies dancing there, and there's also a big shot customer being like, "Hey, I booked out the VIP booth last month, and you gave it up to some Yakuza?" And they're like, yeah, sorry, we can't." the like waiter who Majima gave 100,000 yen to in Yakuza, he now he's an adult and he's the head of the Grand. That's not true, but it would be funny if it was. And he's like, yeah, sorry, we don't want to die, so we let the Yakuza have your spot.
Yeah, Kiryu is also hearing rumors that, like, ooh, the Yakuza in the area, the reason the Grand is so successful is because they poach girls from other clubs. Which we know for a fact, yeah, they do. And they're backed by the Yakuza in the area, so obviously the Omi Alliance. So, yeah, the Yakuza here, they get preferential treatment to go to the VIP area.
Now, if only we had a way to get it. If only we knew a sleazebag who might be able to get us a spot in that VIP lounge.
Yeah, you can't get in, obviously. They don't take just walk-ins at the VIP room. You gotta book like 3 months in advance, and even then you might get bumped. You walk back outside, and you talk to Kurikawa, of course. The one person you know in Sotenbori.
Kurikawa says that he first of all, he's like, "Oh, the Grand? Wow, you got great taste, but those VIP spots, I'll tell you what, Kiryu, you're never gonna get in one of these, but let me tell you, I met a guy at the hemorrhoid clinic." This is all what he actually says. I met a guy at the hemorrhoid clinic.
Does he call them butt beads in the original game?
I think he might. He says his nephews teach his sister's husband's twin brothers plays mahjong with the owner of the Cabaret Grand.
I'm glad you wrote that down, because I didn't.
Let me give him a call. Hey, yeah, it's me from the clinic. Listen, I got a friend here. You gotta give him a spot at the VIP lounge. Oh, what do you mean it's full up? And then he's just like, "Look, buddy,
I got pictures of you balls deep in a woman that certainly ain't your wife."
Okay, yes, okay, we're confirmed. This game has the exact same translation. Fuck yes, amazing,
great. It's good. I like it. It's a good translation.
And then he says, like, "I got pics of you balls deep in a woman who isn't your wife," and then he's just like, "Okay, all right, cool, thanks. All right,
guy's name is Kiryu, by the way."
Yeah. So Kiryu has now got a spot in the VIP lounge, and he goes there, and they let him in, and we meet the hostess for the evening, Yuko. She's there, and then we get some cutscenes. And they're very good.
Yeah, Kiryu sits down, he's just talking with the hostess, like, "Hey, you're from around here?" "No, I'm not," whatever.
From Tokyo, whatever. By the way, this club used to have a legendary manager. He disappeared overnight. Haven't seen him since.
He had an eye patch and a ponytail.
There's a guy downstairs, and he's like, "I'm the CEO of a pharmaceutical company, and I get to do whatever I want." And then the manager, like the current manager, walks up to him, and he's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, you can do whatever you want. Thank you. And please stab me with this ice pick." And then he does. He's just no Majima.
Yeah, nobody's the Lord of the Night like he was.
Maybe after that evening, the Cabaret Grand began to stage every single night that happens, but like with actors. Like they recreate that moment to draw in customers, and every time someone shows up, they're like, "Damn, what an amazing thing." They don't do the free drinks for the night, obviously, but like,
yeah, of course. But
like, oh my god, the manager, he's so cool. He took care of this awful guest, and it's like, oh, they just do it like a fucking like a theme park show or something.
Yeah. So yeah, Kiryu's sitting down, he's talking with the host, but the aforementioned Yakuza, they're nearby. They're making a big noise, a lot of noise. They're like, "Hey," they're like accosting the waiter. Like, "Hey, dude, you know who we are? You know who this is? Get us the finest women in the club and the biggest bottles of whiskey. What are you doing?"
And the one of the thugs is like, "Listen, do you know there are no clubs in Kansai that would leave our table empty like you did? Like, fuck you." The manager's there, and then we see at the table
a large man.
Now, we've seen this large man before, but let's just go with the flow and let's just say that he's a large man for now.
Yeah.
and we'll talk about who he is later because it's very funny how we know him.
Yes.
And one of the Yakuza with him is like, look, buddy, this here's the future Don of the Omi Alliance.
Yeah, he's talking to one of the girls.
Oh, yeah. And he says that he's the future Don of the Omi, and he's the Dragon of Kansai. And then the
Kansai no Ryu.
Kansai no Ryu, I love it. And the second he says that...
The table falls silent.
They're like, oh my fucking god, did you just say that?
Everybody except for the one guy puts their drinks down and looks really serious all of a sudden.
I do love this moment. We've all had this moment where you say something and everyone goes quiet and you begin to panic and you're like, did I fuck up? Did I fuck up real bad?
Am I getting canceled right now?
Yeah, did I just get canceled for saying something that I wasn't supposed to say? One of the other Yakuza's like, what the fuck? Do you not remember? And then the largest
What's the one thing the boss doesn't want to hear?
The largest man is like, excuse me, ladies, you may, this is not the voice that we're going to do for this man, but he's being polite and he's just like, all right, ladies.
Excuse me, ladies.
So they leave and then the boys are just like, all right, hurry up and fucking apologize, dude. You fucked up so bad.
Yeah. The guy obviously still doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And the big man, he's like, Yamada, how long have you been with me?
2 years.
Yeah, he takes a drink of a bottle and offers it to Yamada, the guy.
Yeah, he starts filling his glass, and he just, as he's talking, he keeps
the guy is shaking and like just pissing his pants. And the boss pours him a drink, and as he talks to him for a little bit, and then we cut to the drink, and it's just overflowing all over the table. He's just
pouring the entire bottle onto the floor through the glass, and he's like, you've been here for 2 years and you still don't remember what I don't like you to say. And then the man is like, no. And then the large man is just like, drink up. So he does. And then
he starts to kind of slurp on it. And just the large man gets up, smashes the bottle over his head. Yamada collapses on the table, picks him up by the face, and
starts waving the jagged edge at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, how do you? He's like screaming at him. He's like, you don't what I don't like you to say. Blah,
fucking
blah, blah,
say it again. Say it again. Come on, I dare you.
And then Kiryu walks up out of nowhere. He comes in off screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Kansai no Ryu.
Yuko, the hostess, is like, my dude.
Dude? Yeah, because
you want to die?
She warned us to not even look at these dudes.
Yeah, right? She said don't look their way. These guys are bad news. And Kiryu, he's like, how am I supposed to unwind with you guys, like,
I'm just trying to have a pleasant night,
here.
But you're like doing this clown act over here. And they're like, so you're eavesdropping on us and interrupting and saying this bad thing? Yeah, I can't help but eavesdrop with you making all this noise. And one of the goons, it's so good, comes up behind Kiryu and smashes a bottle over the back of his head, right?
He no-sells it. He does not react. Well, he does react.
He does react, but
by...
he turns around and just the look on his face. About to bring the wrath of gods down on this poor goon who tries to stab him with the bottle, but Kiryu just dodges and tosses him over the railing onto the piano down below.
When that goon tries to stab Kiryu with a broken bottle and Kiryu dodges it in the Cabaret Grand, somewhere in Kamurocho, Majima is smiling and he doesn't know why. Majima feels a tingle in his loins and he doesn't understand why.
Oh baby, yeah. The shot of him getting hit with the bottle and nothing, absolutely nothing happening.
Yakuza
just looks back at the guy.
As we've said before, Yakuza is professional wrestling all the way through, and Kiryu getting smashed over the head with a bottle and no-selling it, and then throwing the guy over the balcony into the piano, that's peak wrestling to me. I fucking love it. And of course, there's a guy playing the piano as it happens, so that guy, oh, it's so good. And then obviously the large man is just like, What?
Okay. All
But
right.
I think he loves it though. Is the thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he's into it.
He's so into it, and then it's like, okay, now we need to fight this guy's boys.
Yeah,
We're not gonna fight the
you
large
toss
boy.
all the other goons over the railing as well.
That's the thing. That's a
poor
heat
piano.
action, and it's an insta kill heat action. So as long as you build up that heat, you can dispatch all of the guys by just throwing them over the railing, and that's the canon way to end this fight to me. Mm-hmm. That's what Kiryu did.
Yeah, that poor grand piano. You know, they're never gonna get another one.
Oh no.
That thing is absolutely demolished, torn to pieces, atomized. So yeah, you beat up all the guys. They're just lying on the ground. They got back up from the lower floor and came up here to pass out. And the boss, the big man, he's clapping. He loves.
I love that he claps so much. Like, everyone in the GameStop applauded, but specifically, well, actually, he was in the middle of clapping because the belligerent customer just bowed and apologized for disrupting everyone's night and offered to buy them around. But then he was also just gave a couple. He gives like 3 big dad claps for Kiryu. I fucking love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's you know, he's kind of being really theatrical about it as well. Like, he's like, yeah, hey, that was great. I love that. Who are you? You know, come here. Sit down for a bit.
He offers Kiryu. Well, he says like, sorry, my boys were a little bit trigger happy, but and then Kiryu like goes to leave, and he's like, wait, where are you going? And Kiryu says, booze tastes bad when people like you are around.
Yeah,
rules.
No, come on, sit down, come on, let me talk, bend your ear for a bit.
This is where he buys Kiryu the finest and most expensive drink on the house, the luxurious Sumatori finest whiskey.
Yeah, Sumatori XO Deluxe.
Yeah, and of course you get a big shot of the bottle with the label facing out.
He says, "Hey, look, you're not from around here, are you? You know, if you were, I would have heard rumors about you. Someone like you, you know, word gets around."
You sound like you're from Kanto.
Yeah. And Kiryu's like, yeah, no, I'm not from around here. And he says, okay, well, what's your name? Kiryu's not, obviously.
He's not participating here.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm no one special. And the big man says, okay, well, you know, it was rude of me to ask you. I'll introduce myself. I am Ryuji Goda, Patriarch of the Goryo clan, an Omi Alliance subsidiary.
Oh, I've been waiting so long for you, Ryuji.
Yeah, it's Ryuji, baby.
He's so good. This is a pro Ryuji space. I fucking love Ryuji Goda. He is so big. He's so he every second he's on screen, it's like
he's hamming it up like so much, and
yeah,
he sells it.
He steals every scene he's in. He's just amazing. And of course, we already met him in Yakuza 0 when he looked exactly like he does right now. Except
yeah, remember he was not a large
hunter.
Man. He was a large boy.
He was in 4th grade and he was stealing some people's pants, and now he looks exactly the same, except he's
never gonna live that down. That's like the meme about Ryuji now, is that he just wants to steal your pants.
It's really funny because Ryuji is such an incredibly cool and iconic character for the series, and the way that Yakuza 0 like pays homage to him is by like making one of the silliest sub-stories that reveals that he always looked like that even as a child.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know what Ryuji Goda looks like, besides just like huge, he's huge, he's man. Ripped, he has a giant, like he dresses like he's got like a big long coat on. Like I think he wears like
he doesn't have the coat on right now. He's just
no,
like
but he's got
brown pinstripe suit with a black shirt.
He's got like long kind of slicked back blonde hair. Right?
Yeah, he's got kind of a mullet, like a little bit, like blonde.
He pulls it off though.
Big sideburns. Like
Ryuji Goda is the only man who can pull off this mullet look that he's got. He's just amazing. I love him.
Like a scar on his lip.
That's the thing, right? Is that he gets looks though, right? He doesn't always wear the same outfit, does he?
Yeah. He gets a couple different.
He gets a big long coat at least, and that's more than we can say about most characters. And once again, this is a professional wrestler. He cuts the best fucking promos.
He's cutting sick promos for the whole game, and he's just...
Oh my god. Like, I don't think the series will ever get a villain as good as Ryuji again, just in terms of presence. But boy, is he a treat to get to spend some time with such an amazing villain.
And we're going to spend some time with him.
We're going to get to see him do some of the most amazing... I'll say it. I get one. He gets to do the most epic things in this game. I love him.
Okay.
He tells Kiryu that, like, he's like, I've sure you heard of the Omi, the most famous Yakuza in all of Japan. Now, why don't you tell me your name? And then this is when Kiryu, he once again is like, look, I'm nobody. And then Ryuji's like, hey, I'm laying all my cards out on the table for you. The least you could do come on. And so Kiryu says, okay, I'm Kiryu Kazuma. And then he's like,
Kiryu Kazuma, the legendary Dragon of Dojima, the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan, sitting in front of me right now? And Kiryu says, no, that's not who I am.
It really does delight me. We talk about it last game, that Kiryu will never live down being the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. And because of what happened in the last game, all the Yakuza in Japan know who he is now. Yeah. It's very good. Kiryu says, I'm not that Kiryu Kazuma from Tokyo. I'm a different Kiryu Kazuma from Tokyo.
But, despite that, Ryuji obviously doesn't believe that. But he keeps up the act. He's like, it's so good. You had me scared for a little bit there, buddy. If that was Kiryu, that couldn't be Kiryu sitting in front of me, because if it was, he'd be preparing for an all-out war that's about to happen. So he should be busy right now, not sitting around drinking.
And then he says, "Let me fill you in on why I was so angry at my my friend here." Now, I'm not angry that he called me I hate being called the Dragon of Kansai, and it's not because of the dragon part. I fucking love the dragon. That's cool. Good. We like that. I hate the Kansai part because to a dragon, there is no Dojima or Kansai. There's only one dragon, and the dragon gets to rule basically the whole world. There's only one. There's no of. Yeah. He literally says, like, there's no room for that of part. There's only the dragon. So good.
Wouldn't you agree, Kiryu?
Kiryu's like, maybe. I guess so. I am the main character.
Yeah. He continues, and he's like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just keep going. I'm going to tell you my whole plan. Let's just lay it all out. Tonight, at midnight, there's going to be some huge fireworks in Kamurocho. It's going to be really sick.
You're going to love it. Watch the TV. Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. Then tomorrow, the Dragon of Dojima, who is not sitting in front of me,
absolutely
dies.
Not. Yeah, I'm going to kill the Dragon of Dojima tomorrow, and then I'm going to become the one true dragon in all of Japan. And so you have a nice evening, Kiryu. Oh, and by the way, why don't you wear some cologne tomorrow? Because you smell like blood.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's so cool.
Yeah, he's got your fucking number. Like,
every fucking thing he says is like, oh, Ryuji, come on. How do they do it? It's like, whenever they, there's not every character in Yakuza is as good as, like, or as effective at, like, you meet them, and the second you meet them, you know exactly what they're about and how cool they are. Kiryu, definitely. The first time we meet Majima in Zero, just an incredible way to set up that character and make you instantly just be completely just like, holy shit, yes. I'd say Ichiban too in Yakuza 7.
Yeah,
Ichiban and within
Ichiban's
30 seconds
cutscene where he's like chasing down the guy.
Just like 30 seconds with Ichiban and you're like, okay, I'm ready to die for you.
I know who you are.
30 seconds of Ryuji and you're just like, okay, this is the coolest fucking guy in the whole world. Look at him. Look at how big he is.
Look at how big and large he is.
He's so big and large, and he wants to become the only dragon, and he wants to kill Kiryu specifically so he can inherit Kiryu's cool title, because he also has Kiryu's cool title, and he doesn't like to share.
Yeah.
He's so big, but also kind of fucking petty, and also basically just like, I mean, in Yakuza 0, he was a little kid in the body of a giant large man, and I mean, it's been 30 years or whatever, and he's still basically a little kid in the body of a large man. So, yeah. I love it. He's so good.
Yeah, in a way, all he wants is your Bontans.
He just wants your Bontans. What he says, tomorrow, the Dragon of Dojima loses his Bontans.
Yeah.
So Kiryu's like, fireworks? Huh? Oh, also Ryuji leaves and he goes, see you around, and then just walks out.
Bye.
Love it. So good. This is Poochie. Whenever Ryuji Goto is not on screen, I'm asking where the fuck is Ryuji?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he?
We'll get plenty of them, don't worry.
Yeah, we get plenty of good Ryuji content.
So yeah, Ryuji said there was going to be some fireworks at midnight. As it so happens, it's midnight right now.
Yeah, Kiryu looks at his watch. He basically says it's going to be midnight, leaves, and then Kiryu looks at his watch and it just becomes midnight. He looks at his Sega piss bracelet which also has a clock on it, and it says midnight.
And also 3,000, you need to piss.
Mm-hmm. So Kiryu goes for a piss, and then he's like, fireworks, wait. Okay, hold on. Fireworks are important, but I gotta empty the tank real quick. So he goes to play the toilet, and then he goes outside, and then the crowd is like, what?
Yeah. Everybody's talking. There was an explosion. Oh my god. And I don't know about the original game, and in Kiwami too. I've never noticed something like this before. The crowd is actually like the random people on the street are running towards where you need to go.
Oh, that's not in the original, but I do think it's really cool that they're all like running towards the big TV.
I think it's a cool detail, and I don't think they really do that with the crowds very much. Like,
no, I always
reacting to things.
Really surprised when it happened in Kiwami 2. I do love this. Does speak to how fucking stupid our dad is, where Ryuji's like, Kiryu, I wired Kamurocho with some fireworks, and you're gonna see a real show at midnight. And Kiryu's like, fireworks? Huh?
What? Yeah, and then he sees that there's been an explosion, and he's like,
these are the fireworks.
Those are the Okay.
So, bad news, everybody. The Millennium Tower has exploded once again. It happens once. It really happens once per game, I swear to God.
Yeah, it's the top floor, too. It's right where Ares was, which is apparently where Kashiwagi's office was.
Yeah, it's where the Dojima family office is now. Mm-hmm. But it's just, they simply can't keep this tower from exploding once per game. So, I can't believe how early it happens in this game, too. Like this... What happened is at the end of Yakuza 1, Nishiki blew up the 10 billion yen, and it was like it destroyed the entire top of the tower. They probably just finished rebuilding, and then Ryuji blows up the top of the tower.
Yep.
It's like they're like the fucking residents of Kamurocho are never forgetting. And then it blows up a fucking gen, and it's like, are you kidding me? Are they gonna every time the Millennium Tower blows up, they have to add another date?
Yeah, we have to have another Kamurocho strong hashtag.
There's 6 of them every single year. It trends 6 times a year. Like today is the anniversary of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th time that the Millennium Tower got exploded.
Yeah, we weren't joking about how often it blows up. It happens a lot.
It gets blown up, or it gets shot up, or large
battles happen inside of it, which result in explosions happening around and bullets flying out of it.
Yeah,
those kinds of things.
It's astonishing. So let's hope that our friends at the Dojima family are gone. But as it happens, we cut to, I believe we're in Tokyo.
Yeah,
because there's all these like emergency vehicles driving around, and that one cop from the beginning is there, the old man, and he's like, "It begins," and it's like, "Oh God, he knew this was coming."
Wonder what that's about. And then we cut to the Kamuro police station.
Oh no,
our boy Sudowoodo, he's back.
Sudowoodo, I hope that he's the only cop we meet in this game.
Well. So it's Junichi Sudowoodo, Tokyo Metropolitan Police Chief, Division 4, Organized Crime. He is on the phone with a man by the name of Kurahashi.
Did Sudowoodo get promoted? Because it says that he's the chief of Division 4 now, and I feel like he wasn't.
I think he was a chief before, but I think he was in Division 1, wasn't he?
Oh right, he was a homicide.
Yeah, he was homicide,
and now he's Organized Crime.
So if anything, he got demoted.
He got demoted for stealing a helicopter.
Yeah, for working with Date.
Yeah.
I mean, the cops don't like this guy. Wow, he must be cool. Kurahashi, he's talking with this guy, and he's like, yeah, we don't know if there's any connections with Kansai yet. We also suspect that it could have been foreigners.
We haven't seen any foreigners in this game yet, so. And then the last thing he says, he looks at the camera and he says, yeah, there's only Yeah, I'll get
Only
I'll get
one
Date.
guy I know
He's
who
the
can
only
handle
man for the
this.
job.
Date. Get Date on the horn.
Date like runs out with a fucking plunger stuck to his head. And he's like, Sudo, it happened
Oh,
again.
Soto, we need the helicopter. I need to go to the bathroom.
My bracelet says it's time to empty the tank. Oh, well, we had like one chapter away from him, but yeah, unfortunately Date is here to stay forever.
He will never leave.
He will always be here.
It's just he was always here and he will always be here.
The specter that haunts our lives for the rest of this podcast.
Kiryu,
Date.
did you hear that the Millennium Tower blew up again?
Oh no!
We need to work. Looks like we need to work together again, buddy. You and me.
The question for me, because I forget, is Date currently a police officer in this game? Because he bounces back and forth from that job like at least.
I don't know.
Two things happen in every Yakuza game. The Millennium Tower blows up or is damaged in some way is number one. And number two is Date either rejoins or quits the police force.
Yeah. And that's kind of the end of the chapter is we get this cliffhanger. We're going to see Date again. Great.
I love that. Yeah, they could have ended it on anything, but like they could have ended it on the explosion. They could have ended it on the police officer, the detective going, "It begins." That would have been a cool, like, oh, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, and they said, I mean, we remember that,
yeah, I do feel like this cutscene probably would have worked better as a beginning of chapter thing. Like especially if you're playing a chapter at a time, like we are.
Yeah. It begins. Get me Makoto Date. But what we do remember is, you know, and I think it's always fun to play the game a second time where you have the whole plot, you know, in your brain, so you can see the things that you didn't realize. Like, oh, the guy on the, you know, that guy on the phone in the Millennium Tower at the beginning, he was on the phone with Ryuji, and that was he was talking to.
Yeah. So we're just gonna say it. The guy on the phone was Ryuji. If you're just good at spotting voices, you would know that. But
he tells him that he wants to drown Kamurocho in a sea of fire, and then tells Kiryu, I planned some fireworks. So
yeah.
Now, why did Ryuji? Well, it seems pretty obvious, but why did Ryuji blow up the Millennium? Yeah, he wanted to cause problems on purpose today.
Well, I mean, Kashiwagi's one of the only adults left in the Tojo clan, so...
Oh my god, if you kill Kashiwagi, the Tojo clan is completely fucked.
Yeah.
Good chapter, though.
Good chapter. Oh, man.
Chapter.
I think about that, the cutscene of him smashing the bottle, not over Kiryu's head, over the goon's head, over Yamada's head, of Ryuji, like, pouring the guy the drink and all that.
So good.
I watched that so many times, just like unrelated to the show. Just, I love it.
Oh well,
it's such a good character introduction.
I have some news for you, Argyle.
Yeah.
Our next chapter is now. I have some good news, and I've got some potentially bad news. I'm going into this game with fresh eyes, but we will be meeting a controversial character next week on Chapter 3, the Yakuza Huntress.
The Yakuza Huntress, yeah.
But the good news is that this has one of my favorite long battles in the series, and it culminates with a fucking cool boss fight. So
yes,
we'll be having fun next week.
Yeah, we'll be having fun, even if you don't like the new character we're gonna meet.
I'm going to keep an open mind for this character, but the character's occupation already loses a lot of points for me.
The occupation is
we'll see. I'm going to give this character a shot, but don't expect me to like this one. I'm not a fan. Let's go to questions. We have a Twitter at Kamurocho Radio on Twitter.
Questions?
Yeah, we got one from Dan. I make a post
Dan.
every week telling you what chapters
coming up. Thank you for always getting us questions, Dan. Really appreciate it.
See, this is a good question, though, and you can leave us a question, and we'll answer it on the show. And this one's from Dan, Mike_Dawson, who says, how do you think Ryuji's past of being a large child who beats up bullies reflects on him now? This is what I was talking about earlier, is I don't know if that sub-story... I mean, it's a very funny sub-story. I don't know how I feel about it in terms of, like, how cool this character is now. But I also think it's really funny.
He was a child. He was literally 12, you know?
He was literally 12, and he looks exactly like he does in 2006 as a fucking grown adult man.
I think he even had the scar on his face.
I do like that in that fucking Kiryu gets his fortune read sub-story, that's where That's where Ryuji meets Kiryu, and he just walks by him, and Kiryu's like, "Oh, that guy. I don't know why. That guy seems important."
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's a little bit silly. But part
I
of me
think
is
it's funny. It's like the Daigo sub-story, you know?
See, the Daigo
just,
sub-story really works for me, though, because
it does give more development between Kiryu and Daigo, these characters who have a history that we don't know about as of Yakuza 2.
The fact that, like, Ryuji was a giant adult man at age 10 who was stealing people's Bontans, I don't know. I think it's funny, but I think it kind of
it doesn't really add anything to his character.
No, it kind of does him a disservice a little bit to me.
I think it's fine to put a cool character in a more humiliating context, because like it's like baby pictures, you know. You're showing baby pictures.
Except he looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he's 6 feet tall and 12, and you're just like, oh, look at him, he's stealing pants. Isn't that cute?
It is very funny that when Machi was like, "Who is that monster?" and they're like, "Oh, that's Ryuji. He's our age. He's a classmate of ours." And then Ryuji has the little Japanese kid backpack on. God, it is very funny.
He's got the big coat back then too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got. I don't think he's got the same coat, but I think he's got a.
Yeah. He's wearing a trench coat.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the same coat, because I think
no.
it's like a fuzzy coat that he wears in this.
Yeah, he's got like a big fuzzy coat, and it's really cool, and I really
can't wait
like
to see it.
And he's amazing, and I love Ryuji.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our question. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I think it was funny, but I don't know if I love it. But also, you always have that kind of question of the way that the hashtag canon works, in the fact that they've sort of retrofitted these sub-stories into be about characters that were from 2005 and 6. Mm-hmm. So it's always a little bit confusing when you talk about Yakuza 0, but I like it. It's fine.
Yeah. I like it.
So that was our question for the week. So let's wrap things up. You can find all of our episodes at yakuzapod.com. You can find me on Twitter at BradipusRex. You can listen to my 2 other podcasts. One is called Kylex Y, and it's about Kylex Y. We took the week off for my brother reasons. He had some noise that was happening. And then you can listen to my video game music showdown podcast, Slappers Only, that we do with Max from Pot of Greed, and it's really fun. And we just did Persona 5 last week with Brooks from Podcast Online.
You're about to do.
And we're about to do Hollow Knight. That'll be out be out next week. Bapanada. Very excited for it. Argyle, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_Funk. You can also listen to my other podcast. It's called Pod of Greed. That is POD of Greed. We are currently talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We just did a couple episodes. We recorded earlier today. We talked about some pretty good episodes. We're getting a little wild, a little like the stakes have been drastically raised over what they were before. It is no longer a slice of life anime. It is people are dying.
Oh boy, are they dying or are they going to the Shadow Realm?
Depends.
Okay.
Yeah, are you watching the sub or the dub? Yeah. So pretty good. Listen to it.
What if Yu-Gi-Oh and Yakuza had the same view of death in their subs and dubs, but Yakuza dub? So it's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna fucking kill you, you bitch! I'm gonna fucking rip your fucking head off. I'm gonna send you to the fucking Shadow Realm. Nishiki's like,
imagine if all the guns in Yakuza 1
their fingers,
fingers,
they all say fuck 6 times per sentence, but they don't use guns. And when Nishiki blows up, they're like, oh my, they're off screened. They're like, Nishiki died, but it's okay because he's backed up on this USB drive. And oh, poor Noah. Nishiki Noah. No, Nishiki Kaiba.
What if Nishiki wore some little shorts?
I think he'd look really good in a nice pair of little Daigo shorts.
Yeah. Daigo did kind of wear Noah shorts, huh?
Yeah, I did kind of dress up like Noah Kaiba as a little kid. Yeah,
just a delightful little boy. Is that show? Is that podcast?
Well, we're hosted by the Noise Space Podcast Network.
Oh, yeah.
Noisepace.xyz, home of podcasts such as Nana Roy's Nightmare Nera.
Podcasting is forbidden in the cloud recesses.
Elemento P, about elementary.
Kid Nation, and or Radish.
And Tuning Fork, and more. They're all
Yes.
great. Go to noisepace.xyz, listen to some great podcasts. Hey, I don't know, leave a review, recommend us to a friend if you like anyone who likes Yakuza. I always forget to tell people to do that, but sometimes we pick up new listeners, and hey, join our Discord server. We got a Discord server where we talk a lot about Yakuza. You can live blog your Yakuza adventures. We got some people playing 7 right now, and we got some people playing Yakuza Kiwami 2. 7. Every time someone's like, I gotta play my Yakuza homework for the episode this week, it gives me so much strength and power.
I think that's only Andy that's playing along with the show. But
shout out to Andy.
Delights me.
It gives me power and fuel and strength when people tell me that they're playing the game I love the most.
Yes.
So fucking play Yakuza. It's all on PC now or Xbox. And it's on Game Pass, so you can play it for $5 if you play every game in a month. If you have $5 and 1 month where you are doing literally nothing but, I don't know, Argyle, do you think that you could, if you did nothing but wake up, eat, sleep, and play Yakuza all day, do you think that you could play through the full series with?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not, but with distractions, sub stories, and side content, like have a full Yakuza experience, not 100%ing. You think you could do it in a month?
Look, I managed to blast through 3, 4, and at least half of 5 in less than a month, and I also had a job and school and depression to deal with. So I don't know.
I guess you're right. It would be a nightmare of a month. I mean, I played Yakuza 0 and Kiwami back to back, and I thought that it might break my love of the series by the time I was done. So take it easy, everybody. When you play these games, don't overdo it. You'll get burnt out. But thank you all very much for listening. We appreciate it a lot. We have a lot of fun talking about Yakuza every week. And we'll join you next week for the Yakuza Huntress, Chapter 3.
Yes.
So see you next time, and as always, Kiwami means extreme.
2!
Quiero desmocho por